Hello, citizens of Panem. Hey guys, it's just Anna, and I went to see Mockingjay, and it was fantastic. So this review is gonna be divided like the non-spoilery part, and then when I get to the spoilers, I'll warn you before it happens. Overall, I think that was a great movie. 100% awesome. Lots of drama, lots of intense, emotional feelings that had to be felt. We loved Catching Fire, like the movie. Catching Fire was an awesome movie. It was amazing and it's always gonna be my favorite out of all of them. This movie was also awesome, but like I still like Catching Fire a bit more. So when I found out the movie was going to be divided part 1, part 2, I was a little disappointed. A lot of people were really happy because they can get to see a lot more, but I was disappointed because a lot of the good parts in the book were in the second part of the book. The first part of the book, it was kind of like slow and we're building up to the second part, where my favorite part of Mockingjay is the second part. So I was a little disappointed that I have to wait like a long time to see the second part of the movie. But overall, I think it was such a great first part. I was kind of scared of how it was gonna be played on the big screen because everything's different now. Everything's different. In like Hunger Games, Catching Fire, we had the arenas, we had District 12, but now Mockingjay is like there's no arenas, there's no District 12, and it's all in District 13. And it's all different and new, so I was kind of scared about how it's gonna be, like how we were gonna like see everything. I'm really touchy with changes, so I was like scared. I saw the trailer and it got me really pumped and excited. Everything was how I imagined it. They even added things that I think went really well with the movie. But I just cannot wait for part 2 because that's where everything happens. That's where I'm gonna cry and yell and be happy and be sad. That's where I'm gonna go crazy. This one was just like a and part 2 is gonna be like a boom. That's what I think. And now I'm gonna go to the spoilery part. So if you haven't watched the movie or read the book, I recommend you to not watch this part, since I'm gonna go into a lot of detail about the things that I really liked about the movie and lots of spoilery things. So goodbye. Go watch the movie. It's awesome. You should go watch it. Bye. Bye. Okay, spoilers. I'm gonna go into a lot of things about the movie that I loved, lots of parts that I really enjoyed. I think Jennifer Lawrence's performance was on point. I loved her in this movie. I think she really outdid herself because we usually see her in the arena and like fighting and really fierce and like kick ass and like that. But in this one she went like crazy. She was going bananas and she was scared and like frustrated and going crazy, and everything's going wrong for her because basically District 12 is all blown up. The whole Panem is in rebellion. They all want her to be the leader and she's feeling the pressure. Most of the book she's sedated, which really frustrated me. So I was kind of scared. I was like, oh my god, if she's gonna spend the whole movie sedated. But no, it wasn't like that. That part when she was going crazy, when like the opening scene when she was just going crazy and talking to herself, that was perfect because people that haven't read the book and just watched the movies, it's good for them to see that so they can understand that she lost her mind because of all of this. So I thought that was really cool. I wish there was a lot more Finnick in the movie. We saw Finnick a lot in the book, and we should have seen a lot more Finnick in the movie when his knots and all his things and all his like little conversations he had with Katniss. Those were really special, and that's what builds you up and crushes your heart when you get to part 2, because their relationship got so intimate that, not intimate romantically, but like intimate like friendship, that part 2 is so heartbreaking. That's why. I love that Prim appeared a lot in this. I loved Prim's performance, and I loved her appearances and little special moments she had with Katniss. Every time I saw Prim, I wanted to cry and just hug her. And I love how Effie was in the movie, because in the book Effie doesn't go to District 13, and that really like made me sad. So when I saw her in the trailer, I was so happy that they changed that and they put her in District 13 because she added so much comedic relief. Sometimes we need like a little brightening up. So whenever Effie came out, she just brightened the whole mood and it made me laugh, and she's just a character. I love Effie so much. Like everyone was in jumpsuits and she just pimped out her jumpsuit, and it was awesome. Her little bandana and the sunglasses and her looks. I also love Haymitch. I bonded a lot with Haymitch in the second movie, in Catching Fire. So in this movie, when I saw him, like the first scene where he appeared, I was just like, Haymitch, I love you. I love him so much. I just feel like he's just like a really big role for Katniss. He's like a dad. Her dad died, so Haymitch is kind of like that for Katniss when she needs someone to talk to, like a male figure that isn't like a romantic figure like Peeta or Gale. She has Haymitch, and even though if he's not so all the time and it's kind of crazy, he really cares for her, and I loved seeing that in the movie, how he just protected her and always supported her. Love that. In the scene where they were filming the first promo, oh my god, that was so funny. Or she's just like, citizens of Panem, we fight, we starve, oh my god, that was so funny. Because I remember reading that he needs to cut it out. But when I saw it in the movie, it was just perfect with the green screen and everyone's just like, honey, you will starve as an actor. And the scene where it's like, we burn, you burn with us. That was so powerful. I was just so into the moment. I wanted to get up and be like, yeah, but it was a movie theater, so I couldn't do that. But I was so pumped. Like, I feel like the whole movie got me so pumped. It was just like one after another after another. I was just like, yes, yes, I wanted to be part of the rebellion. And how we all saw the uprisings in the districts, how they were all just like, if you burn, we burn with us, and the whole bombing and the dam and just everything, the uprisings. I love seeing that because in the book we did not see that. We don't see things from the district's point of view. We see it all from Katniss's point of view. So when we saw that on the screen and how the districts were just hungry for justice, I just loved seeing that. The lockdown scene when the Capitol was bombing District 13 and they were all just going down the stairs for the lockdown, that was so intense. I was so scared. In the book, I was kind of like, oh my god, go get her, go, 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 go. In the movie, I was just like, breathe. I couldn't breathe in that part. And sound in that part really intense and scary. I was really scared. It was like, boom, a bomb after a boom, another bomb. The countdown was so intense. It was like 10, 9, 8, and it was just pumping. The heart was beating, and Prim, Katniss, and District 13 was a lot more modern than I expected. In the book, it kind of made me feel like it was like a bunker and it was old-fashioned since they were underground for so long. I kind of felt like it was old-fashioned, but when I saw all this technology and all these cool things, and the camera crew was so awesome, and Pollux, I loved his character, and Cressida was just so kick-ass with that hair. She looks so badass. My favorite part of the movie was the Hanging Tree song, as I think I can relate to a lot of people because that song was so good. When I read it in the book, only the lyrics are there, so you had to kind of imagine how the song is in your head. But I couldn't wait to see it like on the screen and like see her actually sing it. And I was kind of scared. I was like, what if she can't sing? What if she comes out horrible? What if she ruins it? But once she started singing, it was beautiful. It was amazing and exactly how I would have wanted it. It was so awesome. It just made you want to like get up and fight. And then they cut her off and like we could see the districts and the uprising singing along. It was so cool. It was like, are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man who say the murder three. Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be. They hung up a man in the hanging tree. Loved it. I have it on my phone now. I can't stop listening to it. So the scene where when they went to rescue Peeta, that was amazing. That was so undercover, like really cool. Because in the book we didn't see that. We saw it all from Katniss's point of view. So she was just back in District 13 waiting for them to be rescued and to come back. I got to read about Finnick's story. He was used by the Capitol and we got to like see his story, but we never got to see how they rescued Peeta and how it all went down. We never saw that in the book. So I love that they included that in the movie, how we could see it from their point of view when they went undercover and went into the Capitol and went and rescued them. It was so nerve-wracking. I was just like, they can do it. They can, even though I already knew that they were gonna be rescued, it was so hard to watch. I was like, get out of there, get them, get out of there, get out of there. I love the reuniting moment with Finnick and Annie. I love their love story. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I ship them. If you've seen my 5 top romantic couples in books video, you know that Finnick and Annie are my top 5. I love Finnick and Annie so much. So when I saw them reunite, that was so beautiful, and I can't wait to see more of them in part 2. Of course, the part we've all been waiting for, the scene with Peeta and Katniss. So intense. When I read it, I imagined it different. I imagined it, her coming in, running towards him, like, hug, no, and then him just being like, I never imagined him like slamming against the wall, slamming her against the floor, literally killing her. I never imagined that kind of intensity. When I saw that, I was just like, whoa, what's going on? Like, I already knew that was going to happen. I knew that he wanted to strangle her and he hates her, but that was so intense, and Josh Hutcherson did a good job at acting that. That was awesome. And I really wish that the movie would have cut off at that part when like Boggs hits him in the head. I would have loved the movie to cut off there, to leave some suspense for part 2, because really I didn't like that they continued it with them explaining to Katniss that they injected like tracker jacker venom thing, and how they were explaining it to her, and then how she walked to his room and see him go crazy out of his mind. I wish that wasn't put in. Like, that should have been the second part. It would have been awesome if that would cut off right there when he got hit in the head. Right there. That would have been awesome to end off the movie. I'm not complaining, like, it was good. It was a good ending, but it would have been so much better if it cut off when they hit his head. So much better. Acting in this movie was phenomenal. 4 out of 5 stars, and I really want to see it again, and I cannot wait for part 2, because all the exciting and sad and frustrating parts are in part 2. And I can't wait to see the Capitol and underground stuff when they're like going towards the Capitol, and when they bomb District 2, I believe, or yeah, District 2. Hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time talking to you and expressing how I feel about Mockingjay. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Black Widow, baby. This twisted cat and mouse game always starts the same. First we're both down a plate and somehow you go astray. We went from nothing to something, like in a loving.